morning, boys and girls. It's Grandma A. I hope you're having a very good day. Where's Scamper this morning? Oh, Scamper, what are you doing? Oh my goodness, wait till you see Scamper. Whoa, here he comes. He's flying. Scamper! Scamper, settle down. What is that? He's got on a cape. Oh, where did you get that cape? Oh, okay. I think the children ought to help you answer that question. He's waving at you, boys and girls. Scamper was playing outside and he heard the children talking about superheroes. You know all about superheroes, and I bet you have your favorite superhero. You know superheroes can do great and really powerful things. And Scamper wants to know, is Jesus more powerful than superheroes? And I said, I'll let you answer that. So when we ask the questions, you answer at home, and I bet Scamper will hear you. So Scamper learned that superheroes do very helpful things. Does Jesus do helpful things? Say yes. Yes! Scamper said superheroes do amazing things. Does Jesus do amazing things? Say yes. Yes! But Scamper learned that superheroes have things that they can't do. They lose their power. And sometimes they become very weak. Well, you know about that. Does Jesus lose his power? No, Jesus never loses his power, Scamper. So, is Jesus more powerful than superheroes? Yes! Scamper, did that answer your question? Oh, yes. Well, you know, we've been learning, boys and girls, all last year and this summer that Jesus can do powerful things. You remember when he fed the large crowd with just a little bit of food, and that time he walked on the water and he calmed the storm. Jesus healed the sick people and the blind people, and he made the lame people to walk and the deaf people to hear. Jesus could do powerful things. He even raised the dead. You remember those stories? And then when Jesus died on the cross, Jesus had power to come back to life from the grave. You remember that story? I call it a sad story with a happy ending, when Jesus died for us and he arose from the dead and he went back to heaven to be with God. Jesus has great power. And Jesus is in heaven, and someday he's coming back, and all God's people will get to go with Jesus. You know, Jesus is great and very powerful. That says in the book of Psalm 147, Jesus is great and very powerful. So every word in God's book is true, and we all know that. So Scamper, thank you for coming and reminding us of who is the most powerful superhero. And Scamper's glad he came too. You sit right down here and we'll listen to Peter Panda, Scamper. Peter Panda is learning all the time about power and all the different fruits of the Spirit lately. But you know Peter Panda has lots and lots and lots of things to learn yet. So Peter Panda and Mother Panda and Father Panda were all walking, and they were going to church. Even Peter Panda was going to church. So they were all walking along, and Daddy was telling them Bible stories. But Peter said, I don't want to go to Sunday school. I'm tired of going to church. I want to play today. But Patty said, Peter, I like to go to Sunday school. I like to learn about Jesus. And I'm not going to ever miss and they were starting to argue when Buzzy Bee flew along and said, Peter, you remember, I've been teaching you all the stories that I've heard because I fly around and I see the people in church. I learn all about the Bible stories and then I'm telling them to you. So let me tell you this story, Peter. One day, Tina loved to go to Sunday school and stay for worship too. She loved hearing Bible stories and learning what to do. One morning in Sunday school, just before worship began, Tina heard her name called from Superintendent Jim. He pinned on her dress a pretty pin of red and gold. It said perfect attendance for Tina that day. Tina felt so happy and proud for her pin. She couldn't keep from having a big, big grin. Tina felt good because she was faithful and she did what she should. I think we should pin this pin on Patty. Patty never wants to miss Sunday school. And Peter, if you start and never miss worship on the first day of the week, then you'll get to have a perfect attendance pin too. Peter said, I'll try, Buzzy, I'll try. That's all we each have to do is just keep trying. You know, the Bible says in the book of Revelation, be faithful all your life. And in Hebrews too, Paul wrote to the Hebrew people. It said, don't quit coming to church on the first day of the week. We want to do what the Bible says. So I want you to learn these fruits of the Spirit, and being faithful is one of them. So I guess we better sing that silly song that we know, but it also teaches us Galatians 5:22. So let's pick a pineapple today. The fruit of the Spirit's not a pineapple. The fruits of the Spirit's not a pineapple. If you want to get the Spirit, you might as well hear it. The fruit of the Spirit's not a pineapple. Sorry. For it is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, good, and faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. I hope you learned that song this week. Keep practicing, and before you know it, you'll have the fruits of the Spirit. Have a great day. I love you. Bye.